Hello, I'm glad to have you join me on 18 WJTS for the news. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Joyce Murrell reporting. Students from local high schools recently competed at the state level for the Job for America's Graduate Career Development Conference. The JAG program is a state-based nonprofit organization within the Indiana Department of Workforce Development. Region 11 of DWD includes Vanderburgh, Posey, Pike, Perry, Gibson, Knox, Warwick, Spencer, and Du Bois counties, administered within the Work One system directed by the region's Workforce Development Board. JAG participants compete locally each year, with winners advancing to state competition that took place on March 17th. Region 11 students who earn advancement to state hail from Pike Central, Princeton, Southridge, Jasper, and Vincennes Lincoln High Schools. Pike Central group projects for cover design and chapter brochure attended the competition alongside Raya Graves in the critical thinking, Shelby Neese in the outstanding senior, and Justin Leeds in employability skills solo categories. A single Southridge group participated in entrepreneurship with two individual students, Kaylee Harlan and Jocelyn Hernandez, competing in financial literacy and career presentation, respectively. The Creative Solutions event was competed by Jasper's Karen Torres with her JHS classmate, Genesis Pena, taking on public speaking. Princeton High School sent students to compete in the chapter commercial category, and the lone Samantha Pickle of Vincennes represented her school for writing skills. It's our distinguished pleasure to congratulate the following students for their accomplishments in placing at the state JAG competition. Third place for chapter commercial goes to Princeton Community High School. Karen Torres of Jasper High School placed third in Creative Solutions. Third place in critical thinking went to Raya Graves of Pike Central High School, with the Outstanding Senior Award honorable mention going to Shelby Neese of Pike Central. St. Joseph's Catholic Church in Jasper is hosting a Mercy and Forgiveness for You and Your Family presentation on Wednesday, April 12th at 6:30 p.m. Here's news correspondent Logan Trush with more.
The keynote speaker for the presentation at St. Joseph's on the Feast of the Divine Mercy, which takes place on the second Sunday of Easter, will be Bob Allard. Allard gave some background on the Feast of Divine Mercy.
Yeah, a little background on Divine Mercy of the Diary of St. Faustina. And Jesus appeared to her in the 1930s and told her that she was going to prepare the world for his final coming, and that to write down everything he was going to tell her about his mercy. And the really big thing in there was that he requested a Feast of Mercy to be celebrated, established and celebrated in the church on the Sunday after Easter. And he made a promise that if you go to confession and receive Holy Communion, all your sins and punishment are forgiven. Basically, a straight ticket to heaven. And that's been made an official feast in the church since the year 2000.
Bob Allard also explained some of his background and what led him to give these presentations.
Born and raised a Catholic, fell away from the faith for about 25 years, and then I had an encounter with Jesus that lasted a couple hours. And in that encounter, I was shown my sins and all the destruction that those sins left in my life. And after this, I came right back to the Catholic Church. And that first Mass was like, it was all for me. The readings, the music, everything was directed at me, like Jesus was welcoming me back home, and I just couldn't stop crying through the entire Mass. But Jesus called me to help him spread his message of divine mercy, and that's what I do now. In the presentations, I encourage people to turn to the Lord's mercy, and especially celebrate the feast that Jesus asked for on the Sunday after Easter, which is called Divine Mercy Sunday right now, where Jesus is offering the complete forgiveness of sins and punishment for any soul that goes to confession and then receives Holy Communion on the feast.
For more information about Divine Mercy or about Bob Allard and his presentations, you can go to divinemercysunday.com.
Thanks, Logan. The presentation will be given Wednesday, April 12th at 6:30 p.m. in St. Joseph's Catholic Church in Jasper. TechPoint is an industry-led growth initiative for Indiana's technology ecosystem that celebrates the best of tech in Indiana each year. The MIRA Awards serve as the state's most prestigious technology honors and recently announced nominees for their 2023 awards. The Indiana Office of Technology State Earn and Learn Information Technology Program and the Indiana Executive Council on Cybersecurity have been selected as repeat nominees following their appearances in the 2022 award finals. IoT's Seal It program aims to give adults from other industries such as warehouse workers, line cooks, truck drivers, skills needed to go into high-need IT industries such as cybersecurity or cloud operations. Since its March 2020 inception, 51 associates have been hired into the program, with 19 having graduated and currently being employed full-time by the state. Seal It has been nominated for a MIRA award that celebrates employers who are adopting skill-based talent management, implementing apprenticeships, and more. The IECC was the first of over 30 government-established entities with a focus on cybersecurity among all 50 states to create measurable results produced by the Council. It's earned the state of Indiana national recognition as a top-tier state for cyber governance. IECC has more than 250 public and private sector members, with the council comprised of 35 members and is led by IoT, Indiana Department of Homeland Security, Indiana State Police, and the Indiana National Guard. Applications for MIRA Award nominees were selected, evaluated, and ranked by 54 independent judges who will hear presentations from the nominees in March. The 2023 award winners will be announced at the JW Marriott during an in-person gala on Saturday, April 22nd. A complete list of the nominees is available by clicking the link provided on our website, WJTS.tv. The week from April 11th through April 17th has been proclaimed Black Maternal Health Week to bring focus, attention, and action to improve Black maternal health. The Maternal and Child Health Division of Newborn Screening Indiana invites everyone to join their April 12th first ever virtual Black Maternal Health event from 10 a.m. until 12:30 p.m. The presentation will raise awareness for everyone to identify how we can work together to address health inequities and prevent pregnancy-related deaths. Discussions will explore the leading cause of health inequities and how the Hoosier State can address those issues to improve maternal health outcomes. We'll share registration information as it becomes available. Questions and further inquiries about the event can be directed to the Maternal and Child Health Division at 888-815-0006 or by email to newbornscreening@health.in.gov. You may also visit their website, www.mbs.in.gov. Indiana Secretary of Commerce Brad Chambers concluded an economic development trip to Asia last Friday, wrapping up a week in Japan and the Republic of Korea focused on accelerating investment and innovation in high-growth, future-focused industries. In Tokyo, Secretary Chambers met with government officials, including the U.S. Ambassador to Japan, Rahm Emanuel, to discuss the strong ties between Indiana and Japan and opportunities to strengthen that partnership and the future of mobility. Indiana is home to the highest concentration of Japanese investment among all U.S. states. Secretary Chambers also met with some of Indiana's largest Japanese employers, including Toyota Motor Corporation, Subaru, and Aisin Corporation, to thank them for their commitment to Hoosiers and their contributions to Indiana's economy and communities. The Secretary also met with leadership of the Japan Business Federation to strengthen investment and innovation-focused partnerships and opportunities. On Wednesday, Secretary Chambers traveled to Seoul to lead Indiana's participation in the Inter-Battery Conference, Korea's leading battery exhibition. Indiana, joined by leadership of the Applied Research Institute and the Battery Innovation Center, was one of 8 states invited to the U.S. Embassy in Seoul to exhibit within the conference's U.S. pavilion. In Seoul, Secretary Chambers also hosted a Friends of Indiana reception with U.S., Korean, and global business and industry leaders to highlight the growing partnerships between Indiana and South Korea and to meet with business prospects in critical industries such as sciences and semiconductors. Indiana is home to more than 1,050 foreign-owned business establishments, representing more than 40 countries and territories, including more than 300 from Japan and 12 from South Korea. This concludes Secretary Chambers' second trip to Korea and first trip to Japan as the Indiana Secretary of Commerce. We'll be right back with a check of the weather, followed by Kurt Gutzel with sports.